Hey class, welcome to my first poorly made math video of the year. So this video is to just teach you the activity you're going to do today and probably the next couple of days. Now to get started, before I show you what you're going to do, I need to teach you some vocabulary. So, first thing you need to know is this word, standard form. Now, standard form sounds fancy, but that's just a normal number, standard form. Standard means usual, okay? So when anyone asks you to write a number in standard form, it's just write a number how it is. Write 17 is 17, okay? Word form. Well, pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? That means write the number in words. So 17, you would spell 7 and then teen. And finally, expanded form. And that just means you break a number up by its place value. So 17 in expanded form is 10 plus 7. Okay, because there's 1 in the tens place, 7 in the ones place. 174 would be 100 plus 70 plus 4. All right, let's look at it one more time. So standard form, look at this number. Standard form, this would be a number in standard form, 136.5, or 136 and 5/10. Okay, just written normally. Usual, standard form is usual, is normal. All right. Now that same number in word form. So word form, simply a number with words. So here, 136 and 5/10. Okay? That 0.5 is 5/10. Now, if we go to expanded form, it's just by place value. So 100, because there's 1 in the hundreds place, plus 30, 3 in the tens, plus 6, 6 in the ones, plus 5/10. There's 5 in the tens place. So 100 plus 30 plus 6 plus 5/10 equals, or is the same as, 136.5, which is the number in standard form. So you need to know that to be able to do the activity. So then what you're going to do is you're going to walk over to the math supply area, okay? I have talked about this area before. I've asked you to go here. Now you see all these bins? Most of them have labels on them, okay? Usually if we're going to do a game or an activity, I'll put them out on top. So here you can see that they're all on top here. You need 4 things. You need 1 decimal. So these little like plastic chips. So you're going to grab a decimal, a thing of cards, this 2 recording sheets, you and your partner each get one, and 1 of these number words. That way it's easier to write in word form. Okay, so let me just get my decimal quick. All right, now let's go back and play with our partner. Now since you're using partner B's computer, I think partner A should be the one to get the supplies. All right, so let me reset up the camera here. All right, the first thing you do is you pick some cards. I would start with 4 cards. After a while, you can move to 5. When you get a handle of it, you can move to 6. Then you can move to 7, whatever. But start with 5, or 4, I'm sorry, 4, 4, 4. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I lay them down. You can see them here, right? Now I flip them over. Nope, I don't want a wild card. That makes it confusing. So I get a 3, 1, 8, and an 8. Now I can make this number any way I want it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go 381, and I'm gonna use my here. Okay, I'm gonna make this number. Let me flip it around here. Can you see that? So I use the place value chip to make 381.8. Okay? So then the very next step is on your SmartPals, I want you both to put it in. This is key. We really have to start to see how numbers transfer on the SmartPals. Even if you get it, I want you doing this. Okay? All right, so here I wrote my number, 381.8. Got it. Okay. Then you go to this sheet and you fill in the different forms. So standard form is pretty much already done for us on our place value chart, isn't it? So standard form I just write is 381.8. Boom. Okay? Now, maybe I'll do word form next. So this number is, it's easier to look on my place value, 381 and 8/10. Okay, so you can also use this chart to help you spell it. But quickly, I'm just going to write 381 and 8/10. Okay, can you see it there? All right, and now expanded form. So the place value chart really helps for expanded form. So look at this 3. What is the value of this 3? If it's in the hundreds place, the value is 300, right? You see that? 3 is in the hundreds place, so its value is 300. What's the value of this 8? The digit 8 is in the tens place. 8 tens. So that must mean that it's 80. So we have 300 plus 80, and then this 1 is in the ones. So it's 1, 1, so it's 1. So 300 plus 80 plus 1, and then we have 8 in the tenths, 8/10. So the way to write 8/10 is this, 8 over 10. We write it as a fraction. And look guys, we have our expanded form. 300 plus 80 plus 1 plus 8/10. So then I go back to my sheet and I write that. 300 plus 80 plus 1 plus 8/10. There. Now, that's what you do. Then you choose some more numbers and you go for it. Every number you do must have a decimal. Now, I would start with 4 cards. Can you move up eventually? Sure. But the reason I say 4 is just to get used to how to write in the small space, but also get used to how to turn it into standard form, expanded form, and that. The one thing that's going to come up that's going to be tricky is when you have zeros, okay? I'm not going to tell you what to do with them, but depending on where you place a 0 can make this a little tricky, and we'll see how you do. And the final thing I want to say is I absolutely want you to use the SmartPal. I really want you to see how numbers relate to the place value chart. This place value chart is so important to us, okay? So please do not skip the SmartPal. That's the first thing you do, and you keep going back to it, okay? All right, great job, and I'll see you at the lesson.